Welcome back, everybody, to Occultists Anonymous, our little corner of the internet.
Oh, yeah.
We are continuing our Star Trek Adventures mini-series while Drew takes some time out to prepare for the next Mage Chronicle. So excited. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes, it will.
Slinging spells and six guns in the Old West.
Oh, yeah.
As always, we are sponsored by Roll20 and viewers like you. We use the money we collect from Patreon to pay for artwork, hardware refreshes for equipment for our players and storyteller, and artwork that we get. I'm so excited to see the new ones that are coming out. And for our patrons, thank you very much to Ryan, Thomas, Nova, Harry, Michael, Brandon, Catfeathers, Josh, Alexander, Puppeteer, Cinna, Email, Moku, Melissa, Doc the Doomed, Other Michael, The Arcane, Bernie, Alan Michael, Al, Yusuf Sama, Positronic Brain, Julian, Delora, Jenny, Blood Angel, Jack, Zoltan, Funzo Sue, Milo V3, Vortex, Adele, Crazy Man 1772, George, Woodfoot, Neo Megas, Chris, Shexara, Too Bold to Go Where No Camo Has Gone Before, Toast, Daniel, Thomas, Taryn, Angfalith, Parker, and Riafio. Thank you very much for your support. It really means a lot to us. And I guess we'll kick things off there. When we last did our story, the folks had captured some Klingons that were oppressing the local populace. There was an honor duel to exchange information, which the captain handily won through a double use of his determination. This crew synergizes so well. It's like you guys broke the game or something. I thought it was supposed to be more challenging, but you completely mopped the floor with them.
Yeah, it's how it feels running mage.
Well, you build a character for honor dueling. He's probably going to do pretty well in an honor duel.
Sure. And the commander had talked the Klingons around into not only just giving them information, but helping them apprehend the Klingon commander that's causing them so much trouble. With the Klingons, I don't know, on board is really overstating it, but with the cooperation, the narrowly defined cooperation of the Klingons, they suggested that they could buff their way through the security where Wokax headquarters is and get you guys on the ground so you can take care of everything and get right to the prophets, which were all held there. And when we had last left our story, the shuttle had just touched down. The guards that were guarding the shuttle pad had been taken care of, and we're about to commence the assault on Wokax headquarters on the planet.
Excellent.
Now,
so over to you guys. Where do we go?
I'm pretty sure we're still attempting stealth because we really don't want to put the prophets in any kind of like hostage situation more than they already are.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, Lieutenant Doc, can you see if we can scan and locate life forms and see if we can locate the prophets from the Klingons? Sorry, Captain. That's
It's all right, Commander. You are in charge of this mission.
Are the guards like unconscious? Because I think the easy thing would just be to ask them.
Yeah, I believe they were
knocked out. Yeah. Okay. Like, is that a thing?
Well, the
tricorders can do? Like, I don't know what the range on one is.
They're fairly limited, so the farther something away is, the more difficult it is to get readings on it.
Yeah, I was wondering if we could just, like, basically tinker with it to try to expand it.
And what is it you're trying to do? Track the life forms of the Klingons?
Of the not Klingons. We want to find the prophets.
Of the not Klingons. That would be a little more difficult. But you do have a live specimen for a baseline comparison. It's fairly short range. Sure.
And we've got Klingons nearby to like sort of cancel out those readings.
Yeah, exclude.
Yeah. As a short range thing, it's not something you'd ever be able to do from orbit.
Yeah.
to
I was
discern
thinking if
one
I
type
needed
of
to, I
life
could
form
also
from
use like the ship.
Yeah, no, but for a tricorder, yeah, you could probably give that a shot and see if you can track them down.
Reason and engineering to science at this box to make it give me the readings I want.
I was thinking insight and science as a sort of setup.
Or control engineering to actually do the fiddly bits with the tricorder.
I think we'll do this as a skill challenge. So let's do reason engineering to get a profile that you would use to discern one from the other, so you can discriminate between Klingon or between the locals and not locals.
Okay.
And then we'll do like an insight engineering or control engineering to actually configure the tricorder and get the signal you need or the range you need on it.
They both have to be engineering?
Yeah, I think it would both end up being engineering. Unless you can build a case or something else. So one is building a profile to discriminate between the two, and the other would be actually implementing that on a tricorder.
Yeah, like actually making the tricorder do the thing.
The first one sounds more like an actual science thing to me. Like life form patterns or whatever, and then implementing it into the...
So, yeah, I get that. My take on the engineering is that she has to be able to build a discrimination profile with the tools that the tricorder has. So that's why I was thinking it would be based on engineering. But I'm
basically reprogramming a tricorder.
Yeah, to know what tools you have available, what sensors you have available in your tricorder to be able to build that profile, and then actually implementing it. But I could go for the science. Let me see.
Yeah, I was just going to roll reason engineering because that's what my brain tracked on.
Like, it's sci-fi. Everything that we do uses a tool in some way, shape, or form, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, everything is going to be engineering.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Under this sort of logic. Like, if you're trying to do a thing...
Right, but there's the difference between using a wrench, but then figuring out how to use that wrench to screw in a light bulb. Like using it for a purpose it wasn't really designed for.
Right. The latter sounds like a science thing to me. Like,
okay, sure.
Figuring out if it's possible to do this.
Sure.
And then the second role being like actually making it happen.
So reason. I'm fine with the reason science. It's fine. You made your case. Reason science for the coming up with the profile, and then control engineering to actually implement it on the tricorder.
That makes sense.
So do you want to do the making the thing?
Yeah, I'll take the profile. Yeah.
Happy.
Two.
No sweat. Then control engineering.
Way to go.
Does the focus on xenobiology help?
For sure.
What?
Yep. Easy enough. You got your tricorder. It is able to scan most of the grounds of the manor where you're on with sufficient detail that you are able to determine that all the profits that you're looking for, and there's 5 life signs, are on the second floor at the back of the house.
Okay.
It's a 3-story building that you guys are at, but they're on the second floor at the rear.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to spend a momentum from the one you just earned from Dr. Hudson, I can give you the layout of the place.
Yeah, I'd say that's worth.
So that will reduce your infiltration difficulty by 1.
Nice. Cool.
All right. So let's get some reason security rolls for stealthing around, unless somebody wants to give me another pitch for how it works.
I'd say fitness security for being very careful where you put yourself, or control security for how much command you have over your ability to avoid mistakes.
Sure, I'm good with any of those.
Cool.
Control and security.
And
Hey.
infiltration focus. Matters.
Definitely. And this will be a sort of a group challenge.
Okay.
So if somebody gets extra successes, they can pass that on to the following person.
Gotcha.
Fantastic.
So the order that you do this may be important.
Well,
Well-
it seems like with this risky maneuver that we're working as a team, so our dynamics will influence how well we succeed.
For sure. Are you taking the red shirts with you for this, or
Up to the captain. But my thought is to leave them here with the ship and our Klingon, because it sounds like Wanad is chilling here.
Wadoon?
Wadoon, excuse me. Yep.
Wadoon would be interested in coming with you, but he was going to leave his guys here.
I think that works.
4 Klingons, 2 red shirts.
Probably fine.
Yeah.
Does my talent for constantly watching apply here? Is to detect danger.
Sure.
That'll reduce the difficulty by 1.
So the difficulty has gone from 2 to 1 for infiltration.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Because
Now I'm going to
hypervigilance.
predicate that on you leading the infiltration.
that's exactly what I was going to suggest.
I can do that.
Sounds good to me.
Take stress for everyone that fails. Wait, no. Sorry.
Nope, wait, hang on.
Yeah, I'm rolling versus a 15. So, how many momentum do we have?
1.
2 by my
I'll
Actually,
divide them.
this
How
would
many
count as a
momentum?
scene change. So if there was 1, there'll be 0.
There, we had 2,
Okay.
so we're now at 1.
Now we're at 1. Okay.
Okay, so I go first.
Yeah, spend it.
Mhm.
We're all
Okay.
trying to work together. So get that 3.
And
so
especially
pass
since
on
we
to
can
us.
pass it on. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Right. So
So
whoever
2
rolls
momentum
next
back
gets
and
an extra die. 2 die, if you want them. No. Sorry, 2 momentum to spend. So
Great.
Yeah.
So do we want to put those in the pool?
Well,
Or
yeah.
you're saying it just goes, if it
For
goes,
the
just
group-
goes to the roll?
for the group challenge, the 1 goes automatically to the next person, and you can bank 1.
Oh, okay, cool. Great.
Yeah.
Then let's bank 1, and the next person rolls a 3.
I'll go.
Yeah, that's what I was
Cool.
thinking.
Sounds good. Perfect. Excellent. Ooh,
Natural
excellent.
20.
Complication.
I am going to take the threat for that.
Brings it up
All
to
right,
4.
cool. So 4 threat. Excellent.
All right. And that does pass another momentum on.
Mhm.
Captain.
Excellent. All right, I'm happy to roll next. I imagine it would make more sense for the commander to take the... Yep, exactly. Cool.
Take the rear.
All right. 3 die.
What are you eating, dog?
Whatever she wants.
I'm eating my butt. Get off my back.
3 successes.
All right.
All right. So
Bank
that'll
1,
pass
1 goes to
bank
you.
of momentum, and your Klingon veteran, Wadoon, will go next.
Cool.
And he'll take 1 of those momentum.
Excellent. The one that passed on.
Yep, the one
Fantastic.
passing on. And
Cool.
he passes on 1 to the next person.
Cool.
Excellent.
Control, security, team dynamics.
Ooh, geez.
I will
You made it,
take that
but
as a threat.
All right. 5 threat now.
Okay.
Oh, does threat go down as you move through? It just stays there. Momentum
I think
goes
it
down, but
stays.
threat doesn't, right?
Yeah, threat
Cool.
just stays there.
Cool. Thanks.
It can also all go up and down arbitrarily depending on the story elements and things like that.
That makes sense to me.
So the things you guys do will modify threat moving, but also story events can modify it up and down.
Excellent.
All right. So with that series of successes, that puts you guys right outside the door to it looks like a large study.
Hmm.
You can hear the sounds of Klingons on the inside. A bunch of them, by the sounds of it. There's definitely more than 4 there. I don't think you've met him, Have you? No, you haven't met
No.
him.
If it's a Klingon,
Haven't
no.
met the
But there's definitely somebody big and important who's giving orders and things like that. So up to you guys how you want to approach this. You are outside the door. The Klingons are not aware of you. You managed to sneak your way through without any interruptions.
Can we have a better idea of where we are in the manor overall?
So it's basically a square house with a central corridor with stairs that lead up. You guys are on the second story. The back room is most of the second story. So the entire back of the house is like a large study area.
Okay, and that's where the prophets are as well.
And that's where the prophets are. The prophets are all held in here.
Gotcha. We have the layout of the house. Do we know if there are other doors into this room to allow for a flank?
That would be like a servant's access corridor. In the back of the room on the right side, it just leads to a little circular stairway that leads down. But it's not one person at a time could use it. It's not like the whole Klingons could all file out there or anything like that.
I'm going to do something unorthodox. I will be right back.
Okay.
So now, as everybody notices, Ash is now running the game. Craig will now be playing...
Chain of command.
Yeah. Craig will now be playing Commander Kidnil. I will take the place of Captain, which actually is a nice little promotion thing. And Chris will continue being Dr. Hudson.
Because, of course, he is.
I am very
I'm the only
curious.
person confident enough in my abilities to continue on.
Yeah. And now I'll just bring this discussion up. I think Ralph has wireless headphones, so he may be... Oh,
Hey, I'm really
Nice.
sorry. There was about to be an extremely loud noise in my house for, or at least from the perspective of the recording, for a prolonged period. So I had to stop it. Thanks.
we appreciate that.
Okay.
So that was the unorthodox thing, not some plan that you had.
Oh, no.
Okay, cool. Just make sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But we can discuss unorthodox. You know what? Captain Churchill usually has an unorthodox solution.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The doctor just sort of jiggles a gas canister.
Light a fire?
No.
No, it's the thing I made earlier.
I suddenly have
Oh!
I suddenly had a flashback
sorry.
to Emperor's New Groove more.
Yeah.
I went to a good place though, and how do you have a Molotov?
Yeah.
How'd you make that
do that so
fast?
fast?
Yeah. So, whatchamacallit? Captain Chittlor says, excellent idea, Dr. Hudson. Do you think you could distribute it throughout the room?
I would consider that like a gas grenade. So, I think what I'll rule is the number of successes you get on your throw will be the number of Klingons that you affect with the gas, and that will have the effect of reducing all their skills by one. If that makes sense. Or increasing their difficulties by one. If that makes sense.
And one thing I was going to suggest,
I hand it to the lieutenant. I said, just push this button.
Okay.
which actually that works out perfectly. I was going to suggest, Lieutenant, do you feel comfortable going around to flank from that small space there? The captain and I will draw the captain, myself, and our Klingon friend will draw their fire. Or
Sure.
potential fire.
Excellent choice.
Throwing a thing be control or daring?
Control for anything, pretty much anything ranged.
Control, security, we're treating it as a weapon, right?
But you're going to have to stealth your way through the house to get to where
Right, first.
There he comes out. So give me another stealth roll.
What's that roll for stealth? For I don't remember.
You were rolling reason and security.
Yeah.
Reason, or insight, or control.
Or fitness.
Yeah, reason and security with my focus.
2 successes is what you need,
Nice.
so you make it through. There definitely are patrols moving around the place, so it's not like you could just walk through clearly. So you had to take some ducks and weaves to get through, but you managed to find the bottom of the staircase and head up. And you're now outside the room on the other side.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, that-
Easy enough to communicate with your
Right.
Communicators to coordinate. So whenever you guys are ready.
Oh, we're gonna jump him. This is good.
Now, this is the thing that you're going to look back at Wadoon and the captain and go, not to put you in a line of fire or anything, but do you want to make this entrance or should we? Talking to the Klingon.
He smiles. He's a jagged teeth and everything. I'm fine taking the lead.
Cool.
And you notice that somewhere along the way, and you're not sure how, but he got his hands on both a dicta and a disruptor pistol.
I'm probably from the guards that we took down
Okay.
out front, right? But
Right,
yeah,
well,
have
do
him
I-
kick in the door.
Throw a bomb after you guys go in or before?
I think we want before.
Oh, that's true, yeah, because we have to communicate.
So I'm not at risk of hitting you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess I will do that then. Do we have any momentum?
Yeah, we have 3.
I'm gonna take mine because I really don't want to screw this up.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Does the infiltration focus help here?
I would say so, yes.
Because it's like a sneak attack.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Okay.
So the momentum.
So, kind of to start things off,
And
You
won't be any
see-
momentum, Ralph, because all these successes go to reducing their, increasing their difficulty.
Really? I thought he just said that if the grenade goes off, then
it's
they have
the
a
number of-
difficulty 1.
yeah, for the
The number
people
of
that
successes
for
is
the
the number of
individuals
people.
affected. So, however many successes she gets, that's
Oh,
how
I
many
misunderstood.
that's how many are affected by the gas
Cool.
grenade.
Great, thanks.
So 3 of the 8 Klingons are caught in the gas grenade and immediately start coughing and wheezing, and then sort of get a mildly unfocused look to their eyes.
Yes.
As that poof goes off, your friend Wadoon bursts open the door and immediately fires off his disruptor pistol
Is he firing up or at?
at. Disruptor pistol.
Knew I should have held on to one of those.
It's all right. There's the
Are you going to let
up
him
to this
spend a
room.
momentum or not? Up to
We
you
have
entirely.
2. Yes, if we're all working together and we're treating all of our successes as a group pool of momentum, absolutely.
Sure.
Provided everyone else in the all the other players are okay with that.
Yeah, my thought
Sure.
is if he's taking momentum, he has to be on our side.
Mm-hmm.
So he will take momentum to get an extra minor action because his first minor action is opening of the door. The
Cool.
second minor action will be charging his disruptor to get the vicious
Perfect.
quality.
Excellent.
And then he attacks. 2 successes, so you get that
Sweet.
momentum back.
Awesome.
Actually, if you'll allow it, he'll take that momentum and use it to bypass resistance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure. Take him down faster.
And he fires on the big fancy Klingon in the middle of the room.
Wonderful.
As
who
one
you
would expect.
presume is Wokax. Bypassing resistance, so he hits.
Man, somebody surely should have told Songbird about these Klingons, huh?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because it's vicious 1.
Yep.
And did you say he charged it?
To get the effect, right?
I mean, it already is vicious one.
Oh, it
Yeah,
already is vicious 1.
they're nasty already.
Oh, okay. So would that give vicious 2? I don't even know now.
I don't know. What are they
I
trying to
don't
pull up
think
the things?
so.
All right.
Maybe he didn't need to charge it. We
Maybe
can
he
take the
didn't need to
momentum
charge it.
back.
Yeah.
Unless
keep
he
in
wants
mind.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
That's
mean,
good.
Disruptor doesn't have charge.
He could also spend that momentum on re-rolling those 2 damage dice.
Oh yeah, they don't have any
Or just doing 1
Inequalities.
more damage. Sorry, Ash, I interrupted you.
sorry, you're fine.
I'll go for the 2 roll, I think. If
Cool.
you guys are okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's weird.
Oh, did you tab off? Okay, perfect.
Okay, so 2 more damage.
Cool.
And because you bypass resistance, all of that goes. Nails Gupak straight in the chest.
That's what we in the
Awesome.
business call an ouchie.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a medical term.
It's one step above a boo-boo.
The Klingons go.
Okay, gotcha.
Gupak spends a minor action to grab a hold of one of the prophets.
Oh.
Yeah.
He will
That doesn't seem very honorable.
spend a minor action using 1 threat to get a second minor action and pulls out his calm link and yells into it, Jajuk! And then this red beam appears around him, and he and 3 of the Klingons in the room and the prophet vanish in a teleport.
Fuck.
So there were 8. 4 of them are gone. There's 4 left, and 4 of the prophets left.
Okay,
And that was a Klingon's action.
go ahead, Chris.
Yes?
I thought communications couldn't get off-world.
You are correct.
Okay.
So they went somewhere else.
Right. Yeah. To just for genre savvy, because they also would have had the battlecruiser would have had to take its shields down in order to do the transporter. So he went someplace on planet.
Okay. I was just making sure I was not being bamboozled
Nope.
extra hard.
Back to you guys.
So how many Klingons do we have in the room?
4.
Are they 3 of the gassed ones?
Yes, there are 3 of the gas ones.
Yeah. No, it just beams up all the ones that smoke
All
grenade
the
was
sick
useless.
Take that, nerd.
So there's one Klingon who's fully on his game, and 3 guys are like really having an off day.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and roll because I want to use my determination to pass that on to Ash.
Sounds good.
So control, security. I'm going to spend 1 momentum. Hand phasers, focus. Yes. Task roll, go. 4 and a complication. What is with me and complications today?
Is your number set high?
It is not. I just keep rolling natural 20s.
Nah, 20.
Get
Wrong
a load of
game.
this guy.
I'm going to take a threat for that.
Okay. And I'm firing at the guy who's not coughing.
Sure.
So with
Did
4
you
successes.
do a minor action?
Oh, sorry. I really should have mentioned that. Yeah, I'm charging for vicious.
Yep.
And then with 4, do we have additional momentum? It'd be 3 momentum extra.
Yeah, you'll need 1. So
Okay, yeah, just double checking.
Yeah.
Cool. And so, because I'm realizing very, very quickly that vicious is the way to go. Charge for that and roll. Wow.
Oh.
And this
Might
is
want
why-
to spend a momentum to re-roll
Exactly.
all of
Yeah.
those zeros.
Yep.
How much were we at?
We were at 4 after Drew's roll, so now we're at 3.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6 sounds good. Wow, man.
Well,
Okay, that's a little
got-
bit more.
That's 4
1,
more
2, 3,
damage.
4, 5, 6, 7 total.
is it not 8? Because you get 1 extra per.
3,
8, you're right.
4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
Okay, so you nail the Klingon really solidly. He sort of staggers back and leans up against a desk, but he's still very much in the fight.
Okay, I'm spending my determination and using my follow my lead ability. So I'm going to roll presence plus command to give assist to to the captain.
Right.
Because
Sounds
the
good.
lieutenant has already gone. Right?
Wonderful.
No.
Okay.
All right, Captain.
All right.
Rolling my. Whoops, sorry, I apologize.
I also
Ignore that
have.
because I should have done one.
can't find it.
Okay, so 1.
Cool. Captain, with his phaser pistol out,
Mm-hmm.
is of course going to charge it up as a minor action.
Okay.
And then shoot. Or, I mean, actually, can I move into short range and start fighting in melee?
That would be another minor action.
Okay, gotcha.
So you can do that or charge, or you can spend a momentum to do both.
Hmm.
Yeah, movement is tied to
what
minor
threat are
actions,
we
which
at?
is kind of cool.
What'd you say? Sorry?
Movement is tied to minor actions, which is kind of cool.
That is cool. Yeah. All right. I'm going to charge phaser.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do. I will, as a minor action, charge my phaser.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will spend 1 momentum.
Okay.
And
Triggering that bomb.
shoot in this risky situation. Control, security. Roll that up. Ooh, geez.
2 successes, so that gets momentum back because of
Cool.
the assist you got from the commander.
Great.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Excellent. Rolling it. Jeez. I'm going to spend 1 momentum to re-roll those.
Sure.
3. Okay. 2 more damage.
All right.
So I got vicious, so that's
slams him
4.
Klingon, knocks him back onto the desk, and then he kind of oozes off onto the floor, completely unconscious.
Excellent.
One of the gassed Klingon warriors goes next.
Can I seize the initiative here?
You may
Heck yeah.
for 2 momentum.
That'll put us at
Before
0.
like too long
okay.
goes,
Sure.
because the doctor has an idea of trying to get like residual tracing of that whatever that teleport was.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of in the moment, like, fuck, where are you going?
Yeah.
That's good.
Little particles are still hanging in the air.
Ooh. Oh, this
What
is
are we-
good. Because
what
we
do we
want to
think
get
for
that
this?
trace. Do you have determination left?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking of using it under
Cool.
the nothing better than practical experience. Like this is a wild sort of in the moment.
Sure.
Does this count as a combat if I were to assist?
This is definitely a combat, yeah.
I want to basically help him out. Like, if I see what the doctor is doing, also attempt to, I guess, scan it from over here.
The issue is that you've already gone this round. I'm not quite sure how that, because we're sort of doing a non-combat thing in a combat thing.
Hmm.
So in the heat of the moment, I don't think you can. You'd have to coordinate to be able to do that, to work together that way.
Oh, I got an
But I
idea.
have pack tactics as a talent.
What's that?
What is it?
I have pack tactics as a talent,
Okay,
which what it does is whenever you assist during combat, if the character you assisted
sure.
gets a
So
bonus
you-
momentum.
yeah, so you're calling out.
Mhm.
Yeah, scout for the blah. Yeah, okay, sure. I'll go for that.
So, what are you rolling for it?
I will ask you to spend a momentum for that to just sort of intrude that way. If that's
We don't have momentum to do that. We only.
there's no
have 2.
momentum left.
Yeah.
There's just enough to seize seizing the
Okay.
initiative depleted it.
Took one, yeah.
So
That's right.
I
I'll
have,
thought we were at
I'll
3 when I
let-
did
I
that.
have an
sorry.
alternative suggestion. That way
Sure.
we can still get some assistance going.
Mhm.
If you wanted, because I have advisor and I'm in command role, I could seize the initiative and then direct you to do that, and then I would still be able to
and then you
assist.
get immediately another action. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. If
Alright.
that's what we want to do as players, just it would increase the odds of success. It's up to you.
That would satisfy what I was looking for. So sure.
I
So
don't think. I mean, if someone else is doing something to give the dock an opening,
Mhm.
that's fine. I don't think he's looking to anyone else. He's like, y'all are fighting. This is my chance to be helpful, right?
Yeah, that makes
So-
sense to me.
that's fine.
And it's also that like he's still not great about letting other people in
Yeah.
on what he's doing or taking advice or whatever. So
right. There is no second opinion. Yeah.
Right.
right, exactly.
All right. Sure.
Um,
Let's play it out that way.
Cool. This is probably something like daring engineering or something like that,
I could go. You could come at that.
or insight engineering, maybe.
Come at that a few different ways. Insight science, because using a tricorder to try and determine where the other destination was. So I
Yeah,
go for
I'm
insight
happy to do
science.
that.
Sure. And this is definitely outside the normal usage manual for a tricorder.
Right.
That's why we're using insight, so that's fine.
Good.
Mhm.
We are at 0 momentum. Is that correct?
Affirmative.
Yeah, as a consequence of that.
1 plus my determination.
Plus your determination, which is 3. Okay, yeah, good. So that's what you needed was 3. I probably should have told you that.
Excellent.
Beforehand. So that works out well. Yes, you have a destination for where the transport. You're not you don't have a grid map coordinates of the.
Sure. Just
But you basically have a vector for where they teleported to, where they transported to. So if you can check that against a map of the planet, you should be able to figure it out.
excellent.
All right. Klingons go next. We checked.
Cool.
I checked, by the way, the CC initiative can be used once before somebody else gets a turn.
Yeah, that's right. Can't
You
keep
can't
doing
just
it.
keep indefinitely
Can't
stealing
chain
it.
it. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, Doc yells out that he knows where they went.
Great.
All right. Disruptor pistol, control and security. Now he's got a difficulty. He's got to beat a difficulty 1 to start with, so he needs 2 successes to be able to actually hit somebody. Fires wide. It's your turn again. Who wants to go?
I believe we have all gone at this point now.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would like to go. That way I can direct someone and
Sure.
then assist them in the process. And also when I assist, give them reroll 1d20.
I think the Klingons have to go again, though, because there's still one guy that hasn't had a turn yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it
everybody
makes
goes
sense.
through once, and then we start over again.
Yeah. I just want the chance to assist someone else so I can get us some more momentum built back up.
That's good.
Because that's what Pack Tactics does. When you succeed, you get another momentum on top of however many you earned.
All right.
It's a
So
good
that Klingon misfires his disruptor pistol. Basically disarms himself. He's going to have to spend a minor action to clear it before he can fire again.
Hmm.
And the last Klingon, he scores a hit.
Is he shooting at?
Captain.
Oh, geez, really?
Wearing the gold shirt.
Hey, that's how it goes. Captain takes damage.
So 2 effects, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage
All right. It's a good thing I have 14 stress.
from a disruptor pistol. And that's the end of the sequence. Back to you guys. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, Ash, if you want to go, especially if you're in that flanking position, it makes sense with the assist and all.
Well, I mean, the assist isn't an attack I do. It's something I do when you go, right?
I'm not
It's an
familiar with
action you
count.
can take that that helps somebody. I think it sets them up if they're going to do stuff.
Yeah, you use your action to set somebody else up.
To roll
So
the 1 die,
I think
right?
I don't think they get to act in the same moment. You just you do something, and then the next time they act, it helps them.
No, and I think what Pack Tactics does is gives them a bonus momentum. Is that correct?
Yeah, whenever you assist another character during combat, the character you assisted gains 1 bonus momentum if they succeed.
Yeah. So when they act, you would get, your help goes. The only way to get somebody to act in the moment and assist them is to direct action.
So you still roll your assist just for normal.
Okay.
And then if they succeed, they get an immediate momentum that they can spend do an immediate spend with. That's it.
Well, no, it's just they get another momentum.
Well, it says they get a bonus momentum, so that's an immediate spend. It's not. They can't go in the pool.
Oh, that's
Oh,
They have
really?
to spend it. They have to spend it on the action that they're using it for.
So
Because there's some talents that say
that
this
say,
isn't
yeah.
group momentum.
Yeah, but they phrase it bonus momentum. It's specifically bonus momentum is different than regular momentum.
All right.
I would not have taken this talent then. Oh well.
Why?
I'm
It's
just gonna
quite useful.
shoot.
It is. It's
So
just,
you still
there
get
are-
an assist. Plus, you can do things like bypass resistance for free.
Craig, I think Ash and I both assumed that when talents say bonus momentum without
It's a
saying it
bonus
doesn't go into
pool,
the
yeah.
pool versus the talents that say bonus momentum that is an immediate spend, that the ones that don't say it requires immediate spend would go into the group pool by possibility. So does that make sense? So there are some that call out explicitly that it has to be an immediate spend, and some don't have that line. So I think she and I both assumed that means it's in the group pool if you want it to be.
Okay, we'll figure that out between sessions. For now, my understanding is that bonus momentum is an immediate momentum they can spend without having to draw from your pool to get an extra effect on their attack or whatever. So you still roll your assist and they still get the assist?
I mean, I would just rather shoot at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like to take my minor action to charge it up for vicious and then
Sure.
shoot at was the one who wasn't drugged, is he down?
Yeah, we focused him
Yes, he's
Okay.
fully unconscious, yeah.
I'll shoot at one of the other ones then.
down. I think all three of them are unharmed at this point.
Control security. I think that's right.
Mhm.
2 successes.
One momentum out of that.
Cool.
You can do an immediate spend or bank it.
I'll spend it to reduce the
Resistance.
resistance.
Seems good.
I had the phaser charged for vicious.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Dang,
It's
that's
really-
a great roll.
Really irritating that she's so good at this. Again, with the key fob. Not a real pistol. No, just the key fob.
Yeah.
It's only minus
Yeah,
one
she's basically
challenge
a
die.
clicker for your car.
Imagine if you gave me a real gun.
All right, so you hit this guy pretty hard. He's still in the fight, but he's definitely woozy. That was a great roll. All right, Klingons go. He's gonna go next, and misses
Ooh, yeah.
Bad
With a
luck.
complication.
with a complication. So the complication is that he has rendered his pistol unusable.
Ooh,
Because he disarmed
interesting.
himself. All right.
Ooh.
Next is you guys.
If everybody's cool
Yes,
with
it
it,
is.
I'm going to try and diffuse this situation because we have one guy down, 2 have unarmed themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I direct you to do that?
No,
Are you
absolutely.
okay with that? Cool. Then I will act and I will say, Commander, diffuse the situation.
Immediately
And so-
starts looking for the bomb.
and then so I get to assist you. And then also you can re-roll one of the d20s in your roll because I've assisted you.
Heck yeah. All right.
Team dynamics. It's presence and command. Boop. Okay.
Handy. And then presence and command to try and defuse the situation itself, Craig?
Sure.
Okay.
Presence in command? Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'd rather use presence and security, but, you know.
No, it's kind of a daring, it's more of a daring situation, I think.
Okay.
But
No,
I'll go with,
I like daring. They're the same to
Okay.
me, so yeah, that's fine.
yeah, you're basically trying to be diplomatic in the middle of a fight.
Yep.
I think that's more of a daring than a.
Cool. So normally 2 plus I've already got 1 success, and
Yep.
then I have a reroll on it. So in that case,
Yeah.
actually, do we even have any momentum?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that moot point. Roll.
You get to re-roll one. Also, you're trying to diffuse the situation, right? So you should have rolled a total of 3 dice.
I knew there's a reason I needed that. Here's 1
Yeah.
more dice. There. I knew there was. I kept looking at that. I was like,
4
don't I get that?
successes. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, would ordinarily be trying to talk a Klingon down in the middle of a fight would normally be like a 4 difficulty situation. But their leader has abandoned the field, which takes it down to 3. Plus, these guys have been heavily dosed with a gas grenade, which takes it down to 2.
They're
So you
unarmed.
blew away the difficulty and banked 2 momentum.
Awesome.
They're also
Okay.
unarmed. And hey, we have our own Klingon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you say, guys, come on, look at the math.
Yeah.
And they start counting heads and looking at and they set their weapons down and hold up their hands.
Yeah. And just same thing he told, Wanad, Wudun. Why am I? Okay. Anyways, live to die another day, guys. Like this is not worth it. We have the field. You are surrounded. There's an entire 2 more shuttles of Federation outside.
Yeah, no problem. They lay down their weapons and surrender, and you guys have 3 more prisoners and 1 unconscious Klingon.
Cool.
And 4 of the prophets.
Right, I was just say.
And 4 prophets.
Yep.
So as soon as the last Klingon is down, you guys, the prophets get back to their feet. Mix of male and female, and they come forward and they speak to you guys. Your universal transfers kick in. Thank you. Thank you. Who are you?
Starfleet.
Yep.
I'm not familiar with that term. Are you outsiders like them?
We are. We are from a system far away. We have warred with these people many times, and they often attempt to put different groups under their thumb to take advantage of their resources. That's something we've tried to avoid in most cases because of past negative experience. However, we are here on a mission of peace and curiosity, and having interacted with your speaker, we've confirmed that it is our duty in the moment to do what we can to protect you, the prophets.
Sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're ushering the captain and the prophets out to have the conversation about how we don't like the Klingons away from our Klingon ally. As my diplomacy and cultural studies kicks in, it's like captain outside with that conversation. And also to quickly, moving them away from the threat while me and the red shirts. Yeah. Oh wait, no, they're back on the shuttle. Never mind.
Yep, back on the shuttle.
And quickly disarming these guys, find one of the working disruptors, toss it to the lieutenant, and say, "Lieutenant Zuckerman, you earned that one. Please hang on to that one."
So you have your choice of you can have. There's a few weapons here. So there's disruptor pistols. There's also dicta. If you want to have a sample of each for your personal collection.
I want to TikTok.
Yeah.
I thought we already
you know what I
kept
should have
them,
taken? Yeah, I should. Sorry, go ahead, Ash.
Yeah, I thought we already kept the ones from the other guys.
Sure, that's fine.
I should have taken the one that I won from Wodun.
Yeah.
So as you guys are talking to the prophets, and Wodun is just standing there, like anger is almost, you can almost see the lines radiating off him, and he's just staring at the place where the Pak was.
The captain turns to Dr. Hudson and says, "Dr. Hudson, weren't you saying that you figured out where they were?"
Yes, I've got a vector of their position. I just need a map of the planet or something.
All right. We'll do what we need to support you in locating them further.
To the shuttle, says Wotan, and turns and marches out of the room. You meet a couple of Klingon guards as you guys are moving through, but Wotan is done. He's not fucking around. He's pissed off. So, a guard comes around the corner and Wotan just elbows him in the face. He doesn't even think about it. Keeps on walking. Shoots another couple guys. He's not messing around anymore. And you guys get back to the docking bay, or to the landing bay. Your guards are still there, no problem. The Klingons are still there, no problem.
Excellent.
There was no altercations.
Okay.
And one of them has the temerity to ask Wotan what happened. Wotan just smacks someone and stalks onto the shuttle. When you get up there, he's pulled up a navigation display of the planet. And working with him, you guys put in the vector. Maya is there over your shoulders. That's the Temple of the Builders.
Of course it is.
Naturally.
And Khan says, and that is where we're going. And he immediately starts to power up the engines.
Sure.
Anyone who's not on the shuttle can scramble on real quick, but he's taking off right away.
So as we're kind of walking and following him, Commander is going to put forward the suggestion that potentially we have the red shirts find, because I'm hoping there's probably another shuttle in the area. And send the red shirts with the prophets back to the mines. And basically get the prophets out of danger, get them with people. And then that puts 2 at least red shirts who, while they're not the best, hopefully they can just kind of lay low with the prophets and get them out of danger. That way we're not taking the prophets to where more Klingons are.
Yeah, I wanted to try to keep them safe.
Sure,
the
no
ones
problem.
that we have safe. Yeah.
So I'll reckon that. Sure, there's a passenger shuttle. You get the 2 red shirts to grab the prophets. and load them into the passenger shuttle and head back to the mines and barricade themselves in, basically.
Yep.
Make it defensible, protect the people. No
Yep.
problem. All right. And you guys head off for the Temple of the Prophets.
Can I ask
Unless
an
you-
autocorrect?
What's that?
Go ahead, Craig. I'm sorry. I'll wait.
Unless you're going to make an issue out of it, Maya is definitely coming with you.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have an out-of-character question I'd like
Sure.
to ask now, which is, can Dr. Hudson do anything about the stress I took?
Yes, Dr. Hudson may deal with the stress you took.
Okay, then Captain Titular would say, once they sat down and we're on our way, he would approach Dr. Hudson and say, Dr. Hudson, can you take the edge off that last fight for me?
Yes, it seems you've got a class 1 boo-boo here, Captain.
I would love if Dr. Hudson actually used those terms. Like, he's super professional in every other regard, but just refuses to call things, that's an abrasion. No, that's a boo-boo.
I didn't spend 20 years on a medical planet to be corrected. I mean, that's really what it
Yeah.
was. What I grew up on. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Love
You
it.
tell me about ouchies.
Right.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, it's just reason in medicine.
Craig is in his book reading pose, so
Yeah, I do not know how much stress you heal. I think you can just heal it all
Okay, gotcha.
if you're
Cool.
successful, because we're between scenes and stuff. So,
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah. A character's stress returns to its maximum value after a brief rest, which will normally happen between scenes.
oh, okay.
So on the
So
flying
they'll
over
help. Yeah,
under
totally.
Dr.
Thank
Hudson, you can erase all of the stress. Anyone who has any stress, can
Sweet.
erase it.
Great.
And I'll let you. Well, momentum won't change actually because we're changing scenes. So you bank one, but you're going to lose one in the change scene transition.
Sweet.
That's fine.
So it's the same. And you guys arrive at the Temple of the Prophets. Definitely different architecture. This is definitely way advanced from anything you've seen from the locals. The design motifs are completely different. The whole place is, you can see it shimmering as you're coming in. There's some kind of an energy field surrounding the place. If anyone wants to try analyzing as you guys are flying in, go ahead and give me a reason science roll.
I will do this.
While they're doing that,
Go ahead.
are we able to pick up messages or communication with a Curie similar to last time we were flying the shuttle?
No, you're not getting any communication.
Okay.
Yeah, I think before it was because they were boosting their signal to try to.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They had sufficient power they could punch through the jamming.
gotcha. Okay.
Now, if you guys wanted to land
do
and
we know
spend
what
some
the
time on it, you probably could.
Do you know what the difficulty of this is?
Of the scan, we're looking at about a 3 to get
I don't-
meaningful information, but you
do-
might be able to get lesser information for lesser successes.
We don't have. Do you have momentum?
We
No.
have 2 momentum.
We have 2 momentum. Might as well spend 1.
Yeah, I'll take one and use it for this.
And I'm not great, but because it's engineering, right?
Mhm.
Said reason and science.
But I might as well try to assist.
Can you assess me?
There's different ways that you can assist. You don't have to assist using the reason sign.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just what I'm rolling because I've got 16.
Yeah, because I was going to say. Oh, actually, because we're scanning using the shuttle, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a Klingon shuttle. It doesn't have. There's no assistant
Our
from the shuttle.
computers.
Just so you're aware. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just mean because we're using the shuttle.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I was just going to use some con and be like, well, hang on, maybe we can futz with this here, and I'm still using reason, but rather than just my pure science, which is
Sure.
fiddly, just be like, hang on, don't worry, while he's piloting, I'm just going to flip some switches over here, and we'll see what we can get.
Sure.
Cool. That's just 1 day. Wah, wah.
Okay.
Okay, I will roll my 3. 3.
Got your
Ooh,
3.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay. So the reason you're not able to get any detail past that energy shield, and that is definitely the horizon for it, is because all of your readings come back significantly out of phase by a couple of orders of magnitude. And you only pick that up on a hunch fluke. So anything that you send into there is coming back much, much longer wavelengths than whatever you sent out. And you can ask me a question because you spent momentum. Then you've got that talent, right?
Do you have?
Don't you have a talent?
I think that's the doc.
It's a pack tactics when she assists in
That's
combat.
for in combat.
Oh, I thought you had a science talent that allowed that.
Oh.
I have intense scrutiny. Whenever I succeed a task using reason or control as part of an extended task.
Nice.
Which it lets me ignore resistance for every effect. When
okay.
I'm doing an extended thing.
Okay, that's fine. But if you want to spend momentum for obtaining information, you can do that.
It was our last momentum.
I mean, yeah, especially since it'll help us when we're going in, know what we're up against.
If needed, we'll rally. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
If you wish, you may ask me a question.
Do you know what questions to ask about this?
How can we do that? If a possible question is, if we, and I'm not telling you what to ask, right? Just something that come off the top of my head is, if we were to put it back in phase, right? Would we be able to communicate with the Curie? Or, what's the next step we need to take in order to communicate with the Curie?
I'm going to give you this for free. The distortion field is not what's causing your communications blockade.
Yeah.
It's active jamming by the Klingons in orbit.
Okay. I'm curious about, can we decode what's bouncing back? Is it the same message? Or is it chain?
It is. It's the same. It's just the time factor on the frequency has been greatly extended.
So I think I might have gotten a little lost, but I think I might also have it. There's something that's causing a sort of red shift in atmospheric stuff.
Localized to that energy field.
Interesting.
So whatever goes through that energy field gets slowed down dramatically. Or sped up dramatically. You're not sure. There's some sort of a temporal distortion happening inside that energy field.
We don't have the prophets here to ask them questions anymore. Because they go here, don't they?
They do.
Oh, Maya is here, so we could at least ask her for some stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. So I don't know if she's ever been here. I don't know how much the prophets say.
Right, but that's...
yeah, we can just ask her.
Maya can... yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. There seems to be something strange about time here. Do you know anything about that?
No. She hasn't been permitted to study the Temple of the Builders. Only the prophets are allowed inside the field.
But they do go inside. They
do go on regularly. They're gone for a week, sometimes months, before they come back.
Do they appear to have aged differently or at all?
No. They emerge much the same as when they left. They don't. Sometimes they share things about what they've done while they were there, but mostly it's a mystery for the prophets to understand, not regular people like me. Occasionally they'll come forth with wisdom for us, or new directions, or sometimes the blueprints for a new technology that the builders want us to develop, or the builders they shape our society, they guide us in our development. and the prophets are the mediators between us and that, then the vision the builders have for us.
Okay, well, in order to get back your last prophet, we're probably going to have to go inside. I don't know if you're uncomfortable with that. We can... This feels like a casual heresy. Perhaps you want to wait outside?
No.
No.
The life
She's a
of the prophet
xenotechnologist.
is... First of all, she's a xenotechnologist.
Yeah.
Second of all, she's kind of an iconoclast among her people.
Yeah.
Third, the life of the prophet is the most important thing. So saving the prophet sort of trumps everything else in her mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know how horrifically offensive what we're about to do is.
Yeah, from her perspective, like, people aren't allowed in there, but like they haven't burned anyone at the stake or anything. There's just no recorded events of anyone trying to get in. So that it's not like they have a law on the books of, what terrible penalty awaits you. This is probably new ground for them, socially speaking. So you might have to decide or see how they choose to handle it.
Yeah.
But no one's ever tried to go in before that wasn't a prophet.
Okay, well.
Sure, it'll be
So
fine.
Yeah, sure.
as they're finishing up that conversation, Captain Chichalor turns to Lieutenant Zeklin and says, "Lieutenant, I might not completely understand exactly what you were suggesting about the distortion, but are you saying that perhaps if we go in there, that time might pass differently for us than it does for people on the outside?"
Maybe. Something is strange about time here. I don't know if it's which way it's going.
Well, if we end up being in there for weeks or months in order to get that prophet back, I'm worried about our ship while that time passes. Do you think there's anything you can do, anything you've heard of, that might insulate us against the phenomenon?
Honestly, I don't think so. Like, looking at the things I know, this is not my field.
Yeah, temporal mechanics is not a course of study she pursued at the academy.
Yeah, no.
If it's red shifting coming out of there, it means that it's faster in there than out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more time passes inside than it
Right.
does on the outside.
Which is less troublesome.
Right.
Than the
It
other
also
way.
seems to track with the people coming here, staying for like a month, and then coming out with brand new tech that they've made.
Right.
If they were in there for like a year or two actually doing research.
That's a really good point. If we're in there for a scene and only a few seconds pass on the outside, then that's much less of a concern.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
From a worrying about the ship perspective.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if Dr. Hudson said that in character, Captain Chichalor would say, okay,
Sure.
let's tie that up, make sure that that's our expectation before we go in, and I think that we can choose to temporarily, he's making a pun here, temporarily abandon the current
Orally.
Yeah.
Temporally.
So, while they're all doing sciencey stuff, Commander is going to look over at Wadoon and say, so, your commander had some myth that he was chasing?
Children's stories.
Well,
Nonsense.
yeah, care to elaborate? Because all
My
we're doing
people
right
have a
now is-
legend of the demons of air and darkness.
Damn it, Craig!
Wokax thought they were real. Thought that they lived here.
All right, guys, we're going to the other world. Craig dragged the fucking Fae into Star Trek.
I wouldn't call them Fae. No, I don't think they're Fae.
Space fairies.
Yeah.
Space.
Fairies. Terrific. But yeah.
The
all right.
Eldar.
Yes.
Those are elves.
Which
Well,
are
yeah.
fake. Yeah. All right. Yeah. It sounds like we were all speed ahead, guys.
Yeah.
Anyone who's interested to dig up the reference can give me a reason science roll with a history focus.
I can do this. I have history focus.
Mhm.
I will roll my reason science because I'm having a conversation with this guy, but this will not go well. Well, actually, cultural studies.
Sure.
I got 4.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know why I'm going to show
What's
up.
the difficulty?
2.
Oh, we want that momentum. Unless you want to spend it on questions.
Oh, we'll find out. Get the answer. Get the base
Yeah.
first.
Get
and
the
then
answer
we'll
from the
figure-
base and then see if. Yeah.
Right. So you've got 2 momentum. You can either do immediate spend for ask questions or bank or whatever. But for the 2, many of the oldest cultures in known space have reference to almost a mythic empire that existed long, long ago, like 10,000 or more years ago. And in the Klingons' case, they call them the demons of air and darkness. It was said that they were conquerors who could just appear on any planet in the galaxy.
Hmm.
Could you
with
say that phrase again and slower?
The demons of air and darkness?
Air. Okay. I couldn't tell if you were saying era or errant
No.
or
Air. And darkness.
air
um,
and darkness.
And many cultures share this sort of myth of this all-powerful empire that existed a long, long time ago. That could just appear on any planet in the solar system, or any planet in the galaxy. And they were almost universally viewed as conquerors and oppressors by all of the oldest cultures that the Federation has come across. And that sort of ties in with what the Klingon is saying about the demons of air and darkness.
Interesting.
Cool.
I'm curious as to why they would, if they were great conquerors, why they'd want to uplift these people.
Do you have a question for me? It'll cost you a momentum to ask it.
I definitely want to bank 1. But yeah, I'll basically take my second one and sort of. I basically want to trawl through everything I know about legends around these things
Sure.
and see if I can get anything that might explain what's going on here. Did they do this? Was this an effort to try to make themselves again?
That's reaching a little bit.
Yeah. That would be the only reason I could think a great conqueror race would be trying to uplift a new species.
You do know that these folks had servant species that were like willing followers. They weren't necessarily enslaved or anything like that, and they used them as, depending on the specific myth, shock troops or an occupation force. So these servant races were like the hands of this empire. Now, because they could appear anywhere in the galaxy on a whim, they had no need for ships, so they didn't develop any. But their servant races did use ships, but not very many. They didn't have a large navy or anything like that. And apparently that, according to the legend, that's how they were defeated, was an armada bombed their planet into oblivion. So that's what I get for that momentum spend.
I'm just very curious to go in here now because I don't know if it's actually them giving instructions or if it's like some sort of recording that was left here.
Ah, yes, holocrons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very interested to go inside this and see it.
Yep.
All right. And as we're coming up on our time,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure. Now he notices.
Yeah. The comm link beeps. Captain, the comm link is beeping.
All right, I open it.
And you hear Wing Commander Levine.
Ooh.
On the line.
Let's go ahead, Wing Commander.
Captain, thank God you're okay. It's gone.
What's gone?
The Curie. The light cruiser made a run for the planet. They were going to fire on the populace. Zakolan tried to intercept, and that's when the warbird decloaked. We got a couple of shots off, but they were gone before we could do anything. Captain, the ships were destroyed.
I think this is where the commander kind of steps in.
The captain puts his... I'm going to say something real quick, and it's totally cool if you want to step in. The captain takes a really deep swallow and says, how many are left other than you?
I've got 2 pilots still. We lost one in the fight.
All right. Come down to the planet. Rendezvous at these coordinates.
We're on our way, Captain.
Thank you, Wing Commander. Fly safe.
All right, and the connection closes.
And then...
and now looking up, because the ship was fighting above the planet, you look up and you can see next to the moon, sort of between the planet and the moon, there's like an slowly expanding fireball of gas and flame.
Oh, God.
And you can see like debris starting to rain down.
Yeah.
So we plan the Star Trek movie shit.
I watched this one.
This sounds like the Year of Hell in Voyager.
Yep. But yeah, no, Captain was already on it. But yeah, Commander is just like, all right, even if the Curie is lost, we have a mission. We will continue it.
Yep. See what happens after that point. So yeah, you and if everyone heard that, then the captain wouldn't need to do this. But otherwise, he would turn to everyone and say, "All right, other than Wing Commander Levine and 2 pilots who are going to meet us at the builder site, we are all that's left of the USS Curie."
And I think we'll wrap it up there.
All right.
That worked out. Great timing. Okay, thanks everyone for joining us. Where's my script? Because I'm all wound up. Thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you had a really good time.
Yeah, great
really
time, Craig.
Yeah.
It does say here I did have the true friend merit, so I do get 3 XP back.
Join us on Discord. We have an awesome community of just some really amazing people. Even if you just sit there and lurk and look at all the bird pictures and check everyone's artwork and stuff. It's just a great community. Please join us there at eatinto.space. If you feel so inclined, we would really appreciate your support on Patreon at staylucky.club. Funds there are used to give you a break and hire an editor or refresh equipment or pay for amazing artwork. I'm really looking forward to seeing the finals when they come back. We got the clean roughs.
Tight roughs.
You're up on Patreon now.
The
tight
tight roughs.
Tight
Yeah,
roughs.
the tight roughs. I don't know the arts. The tight roughs are up on Patreon now for our subscribers. You can check them out there.
So the final pre-sketches.
Yeah, the final pre-sketch before we start doing things like coloring and things like that.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, because at this point there is color and lines to be added. There will be no Nimbus with these because I keep talking to you guys. Everybody got a little private conversation. I knew there was something I missed. Peripheral Mage Site and Nimbus. So homework.
Yeah, something to figure out. So thank you all, folks, for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Join us next time for more bold action.